Crystal and I are very encouraged and excited about this coming year, 2025. Now, 2024 has been great. I've had some wonderful, amazing conversations from individuals around the world, not just locally, even nationally, but internationally. There's been some amazing conversations about the kingdom of God, where we believe it's headed, where we see it heading, and the goodness behind that. Because the Father is always working towards the better. Really, he's working towards the best, right? It's never looking backwards. It's always pulling from the past into the future to create a better world, a better tomorrow. And the Father says that he's moving the kingdom basically from glory to ever increasing glory. So we are in the glory. We are in that place of moving forward into the better, into the best. And I am so excited about what God is doing on the earth, especially when it comes to discipleship. Crystal and I have had these just wonderful talks about what it means to be a discipler and what it means to be discipled. You know, for me, discipleship doesn't start when you follow Jesus. It starts when you meet someone. It's the inception of friendship. It's the very beginning of a connection. That's the beginning of discipleship. Matthew 28, it doesn't say, go make disciples of believers. It says, go make disciples of the nations. It means you have to go somewhere and then create disciples as you go. Well, how does that happen? Well, it happens relationally. And we are looking forward to the continual building of our relationships with you and with others as we continue to step into what it means to be a disciple of Jesus. Now, that word disciple has had sometimes a negative connotation, because I think when you create programs based around discipleship, that it ends up being a program, tick the box, and it loses all the heartfelt, life-giving moments that we desire and need as people. Yeah, that's where we're headed. We're headed into a move of God that I believe is a groundswell. Otherwise, every person has a part. That's what excites me, is that in discipleship, it's not about a program. It's about every individual being able to be actively pursuing other people and leading them wherever they are into a greater knowledge and understanding of the kingdom of God, of Jesus Christ. Yeah? I mean, think about it. Every person, every believer, the moment they step into a relationship with Jesus, has the opportunity to disciple at some level. Because if you know someone who hasn't and isn't a follower of Jesus, and you have just become that, then you get to explain that to them. Yeah. And those of us who have been in the kingdom for decades, well, we get to take people on a journey deeper into their relationship with Jesus. If it is true, and I believe it's already happening, that the promise that God gave William Seymour of a 100-year prophecy that there would be the greatest move on the earth, that was 1913, and we are seeing around the world people coming into the kingdom, following Jesus, whether or not they hear from someone else or not. There's been a lot of stories being told from people in Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, just having a dream or coming into the knowledge of Jesus Christ. Dr. Bright, Lauren Cunningham, had that desire to see 1 billion people come into the kingdom. Well, that's a great move of God. Crystal always said to me, why would we stop at 1 billion? She has big faith. That's awesome. I don't think it's going to happen inside the walls of the church. I don't think that's where it's going to happen, because people are not running in off the streets into the building we call the church. But they will run to you if you meet them, if you connect with them, if you hear them, if you listen to them, and reach into their hearts where they are at the moment. It's not forcing the gospel, it's bringing the life of Christ into their lives. And you are that life of Christ to them. Listen, if every believer on the face of the earth just took a few individuals and said, I'm going to reach out to that person and see what God does, or somebody comes across your path, how do you know when a discipleship moment begins? When is that inception of discipleship? Well, as I said at the beginning, I believe it begins at the inception of friendship. That could be at the grocery store, standing in line, and you've started a conversation. It could be just someone at work. Maybe your children are out doing sports and you meet a parent. It could be anywhere. It could be at a restaurant. It could be on a plane. Wherever that is, start that conversation. Begin that inception of friendship and see where God takes it. Because I really know there's something on the earth happening that we get to step in. Every believer can disciple. Every one of us. And we get a part of this kingdom move on the earth. Yeah. Okay. Until next time, be looking out for those friendships, that inception of friendship, and know that that's the beginning of a kingdom discipleship moment. Cool. Talk to you soon.